What's up, guys? We are live here with the 28th, I think it's the 28th, it could be the 29th, I don't know, I've lost count, episode of the Phoenix Studios live show here in the UK. It's raining today, or at least it started to rain, so it kind of looks like the summer's over, unfortunately. I see Vader's in the chat, he was here from the start. Cool, thanks Vader for hanging out. Johannes is here, chucking in videos into the chat. I don't know what he's doing, I don't know if he's putting in dodgy videos in the chat. So Johannes is here. I think I spotted Reviver as well, possibly lurking there in the background. So thanks guys, thanks for tuning in for our Wednesday show. And hey, let's just run our intro and get into this. If it'll work. Alright, okay, my computer's being very slow today. I don't know what's going on with it. Hopefully not too slowly anyway. Yeah, hey Reviver Knight. Hey man, good to see you. How are we all doing today? It's been a kind of busy day for me because I've been clearing the garden, chopping some bushes. Real fun stuff. But hey, now we're into the fun stuff at least. Awesome. So yeah, good to see you guys. And thanks again for tuning in on a Monday for our little kind of random stream that we did with the Guitar Hero stuff. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't really know what I was doing because I haven't played in 10 years or something, 5-10 years or something. First day, it's been cold in months. Yeah, you're too right, man. It's been really cold today and last night as well. It was pretty damn cold. I think the summer's gone, unfortunately. Maybe it'll come back. You never know. So yeah, so let's get into our news straight away today. We've got a fair bit of news, a few bits and pieces. So the first little bit of news is that we have a new subscriber, Mr. Triple, has subscribed. Thank you very much, sir, for subscribing last Wednesday. Very nice of him to subscribe. And also the other bit of news, we kind of highlighted this last week, but Hybrid is the first resubscriber, which is awesome. So thanks very much to Hybrid for subscribing for 2 months. And I think possibly Frank may be not far behind him. He may have resubscribed automatically as well. I'm not sure. It's hard for me to tell who has resubscribed. But hey, Natural Mermaid's here. Hey, how's it going? Even though you're only downstairs. Good to see you. Yeah, so a big thank you yet again to everybody. Here are the leaderboards as they stand. Thank you so much, guys, for your subscriptions and your bits. Honestly, it means the world to me, seeing some of these stats. I mean, it's crazy, to be honest. I really appreciate it. We're up to 5 subscribers now, which is awesome. I think we're halfway to 10 now, which is awesome. As you can see, Hybrid has taken the top spot now on both the subs and the cheers. He subscribed for 2 months, and he's also top of the cheers with 666, the number of the beast. So, hey, I mean, I have no idea if anyone is going to topple him. Who knows? Somebody might do 667 or something like that. Who knows? Or 777 even. Who knows? So, yeah, so thanks again, guys. I truly appreciate it. And as I was just mentioning, we're up to 5 subscribers now, which is freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. Couldn't be happier with this. Oh, Nala's here. The cat. We have our neighbours with several cats who come and visit us from next door. So we've now got Nala downstairs as well. That's awesome. Did she come into the house? I can't believe that. Anyway, getting sidetracked here from the news. So yeah, so 5 subscribers. Freaking awesome. Hopefully we'll get to 10 at some point soon. And then we can unlock another giveaway at some point soon. And as I mentioned previously, all subscribers get 100 icons back. And I may very well have to give this to Mr. Triple. I can't remember if I sent him it. Hopefully he got it. I can't remember if I sent it to him. So yeah, awesome. Put them on the stream. Well, unfortunately, some of the cats are very timid and they don't tend to... That one in particular, there are 3 cats here right now. Oh my God. I know Snow likes to come upstairs. He's quite a lovable cat. He's quite funny. But yeah, I mean, anyways, So, getting distracted here with all the cats. So, anyway, yeah, as I mentioned, our subscribers get exclusive gift. If you are a subscriber and you haven't had it off me yet, give me a shout. And yeah, now our back catalogue has actually been updated yet again. So we're now up to 26 episodes, and you guys can check out the episodes at the link in the chat. You can watch up to episode 26 if you so desire. I believe on Twitch we have episode 27 and also the Guitar Hero episode. However, unfortunately, they muted me throughout a few songs, but I'm hoping once I upload it to YouTube, I'm hoping YouTube won't mute me. I don't know if they mute things or if they just censor copyrighted material. I don't know. It's a bit weird because it was Guitar Hero, so it's kind of like it's part of the game. You know, you can't you can't play without hearing the songs, right? Cool. And yeah, just another mention that we now have our sub badges. I see that Reviver Knight's got his, which looks freaking awesome. Nice to see. And I think Hybrid's probably on track to get the 3-month one very soon. I'm assuming it'll be in a few weeks or something, a couple of weeks. He'll get his Lightning badge. And then 6 months, we've got the Mystic badge. And then 1 year, if anyone gets to that, I'm probably going to redesign the 1 year one, as I mentioned last week. I feel like it could do with a bit more work. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it. Maybe it's got more stars on it or something. These little things are kind of tricky to design because they're so small. You have to kind of make it so that people can see what they are. And as I mentioned last week, all subscribers get the !flame command to use, which is lots of fun. I'm hoping to add a new command by next week, which will do something even more awesome, hopefully for subscribers. And yeah, there we go. There's the flaming plectrum of power that Reviver Knight's used. Nice one, man. Awesome. I'm gonna try and add a few more. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe some. Maybe you guys can summon another one of the Sonic Skulls, because we can currently summon Blue Mayhem. But yeah, maybe you'll summon a different one. Who knows? Let's see how we go. And as I just mentioned, yeah. So the Chaos Crew. So that's basically all our loyal supporters who haven't necessarily subscribed can use the !Mayhem command or the !Horns command, which will give you different gifts that will pop up on the screen. And these ones aren't as fancy as the Plectrum of Power one for subscribers, but they're still kind of cool and quite fun to use. So also for the Chaos Crew and people in general, you can now use the !Rockstar command, which will bring up some rock type in the chat, on the stream, which is quite fun. And I think the Chaos Bot will say something on the chat as well, so that's pretty cool. So that's a new command that I've just chucked in there. Which is the correct spelling? Crew or crew? Well, I think it's with a C, Johannes, but I kind of like the alliteration of putting a K, because it's chaos with a K. So I kind of like to use the K version. That's just what I'm doing. There you go. There you go. So that's our new little Rockstar GIF, which I've now put in, which is fun. Yeah, so that's our new little command for everybody to use, which is fun. And so if we look at the Ember leaderboard, we can see that Lena is top of the Ember leaderboard yet again with about 3,111 Embers, which is crazy. You know, I can't believe someone's got that many Embers now. And will she be holding out for her 6,666 Embers to redeem a song? I wonder. I'm guessing she probably will be. I can't see the rest. I think Reviver's on about 1,800. I think I can't see. It's quite small. So yeah. So those. No, he's number 3. You're number 3, man. I can't see because I've made the thing too small. So yeah. So that's our little leaderboard at the moment. Natural Mermaids in 4th, which is awesome. Cool. And then as I was saying before, guys, the Embers menu is on the right hand side. You know where it is now. I might take this slide out. Here's some of our redeemable things, as we all know. And today we are adding a brand new redeemable reward for the Embers, which is freaking cool. I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this for about a day or so. So yeah, we have a brand new redeemable... Oh, Johannes has already redeemed it. There you go. So Johannes has been using it before I even had a chance to announce it. There you go. Look at that. Straight on the front. Cool. So as I'm about to announce, before Johannes beat me to it, is that we have a new reward called the Mega Horns, which Johannes has just redeemed. So what are the mega horns? Well, I will show you now. So let me switch to the camera. All right, these are the mega horns. Look at those bad boys. Yeah, so there you go. So Johannes, here are the mega horns for you. You've redeemed them. Thank you, sir. Mega horns to you. It's pretty damn awesome. It's like my Infinity Gauntlet, but it's the mega horns. I don't know. It's pretty badass. Basically, the story behind this, because this has got a bit of a story. This I found we got at a festival. I think Natural Mermaid. Am I right? Did we get it at a festival? Somebody threw it in the crowd or something, and we kind of grabbed it because we really liked it. And what I've done is I've tried to brand it up because there's actually a logo here, and I don't really want to put the logo, so I've just put like a couple of flyers on the front of it. You can see a couple of flyers there, as you can see. Oh, was it a gig? Oh, it was a gig. Okay, so somebody threw it out in the gig or whatever. You know, look at all those horns. Exactly, yeah. So this is like horns within horns we've got going on here. So yeah, so these are a horny hand indeed, Vader. These are the mega horns, so you can redeem them. This is now our probably our cheapest redeemable thing now. I think it's 500 embers. It's quite low barrier to entry, so I'll just flick these up whenever you want to redeem them. I'll flick these up and give you the mega horns. Awesome, cool. So thank you, Johannes. The mega horns for you, sir. Right, let me just accept his redemption, which I think takes away the points before I forget. Okay, accept. There we go. Redemption completed. Nice one. Okay, so Johannes redeemed that. Thank you, man. You made my job a lot easier. So the mega horns. Fun and games with those. And now we come to our album of the week, which I'm looking forward to because basically I kind of mentioned this band on probably yesterday on the chat. I mentioned this band, and it's one of the most epic gigs I've ever been to for a start. So, and I love this album cover because this is probably the first album I heard by them. So, our album of the week is Nightwish, Wishmaster. This is an absolutely freaking awesome album. I would highly recommend you guys listening to it if you don't already know it. It's these guys are a Finnish band, so they're from Finland, and they make power metal. Now, this is an older album of theirs, which featured a very operatic vocalist. So it's kind of like opera meets metal, which was freaking awesome back in the day. I was very fortunate to go and see them with the original lineup with this operatic singer. And I know that recently, in the last couple of years, they changed their singer, and now they've gone a bit more poppy, I would say. And while that's fine and stuff, I'm not particularly into it, but their original albums, Wishmaster, Oceanborn, and a couple of others, Century Child, I definitely recommend you guys check out. So anyway, the artwork for this was done by Marcus Mayer, who's a freaking awesome artist, and he actually did some single artwork for these guys as well. So let me just flick over now to our camera. Cool, nice one. Here we go. So this is basically what I was just saying, effectively, if I zoom in. So yeah, Finnish symphonic metal band Nightwish. It's a wicked cover. I love it. Yeah, man, it's one of my favourite covers probably that they ever did. Here we go. So this is the track listing here. So She Is My Sin is the first song I ever heard by them. I highly recommend you guys check it out if you don't know it already. The Kinslayer is also another awesome, absolutely freaking awesome song. Come Cover Me. I mean, literally, you can go all the way down to about track 6. All these 6 tracks are freaking killer. Deep Silent Complete, another killer one. Phantasmic, another killer one. I mean, there's a couple of tracks in here that are good. I would say they're not the best, but overall, this album is freaking awesome. Definitely something to listen to. Now, the guy Marcus Mayer, this is his homepage, which is awesome, and you can see some of the other. So there's the actual cover itself. You can see, and if we go back, some of his artwork is freaking amazing. I mean, look at this. I think this may be traditional painted artwork. It's hard to tell if this is digital or painted. Personally, I think it's possibly painted because it looks that good that I have a feeling that's probably the case. We've also got, see, here we go. So this is Oceanborn, but I mean, they did have a second album called Oceanborn, but this isn't the cover they used. So this to me looks like a single cover. It is Vader. Yeah, he did this one, which is also freaking awesome. And look at that. That's freaking awesome. Absolutely love it. I love his style that he uses. This is why I wanted to feature this guy as well, because he just looks really cool, the kind of stuff he makes. Yeah, a really badass kind of... I'm pretty sure this is painted, because it kind of it looks painted. It doesn't look digital to me, and I'm pretty sure that would be painted. There's little to no information about it online really as to how he's made it, but his other stuff is really cool. Like he does paintings. Here we go, paintings. So we've got digital painting and oil on canvas. There you go. So there's some more stuff of his which looks freaking awesome. I mean, what I'll do is I put the link in the chat, and you guys can check him out when you want. Get the right link in. What I'll do is I'll put that in the Discord a little bit later. I'll try and remember to put it in there. Yeah, and creator as well, man. Yeah, I mean, freaking awesome. He does like 3D graphics as well. I mean, this guy is like super talented. He's got not only like traditional stuff, but look at that skull. That's freaking awesome. That is absolutely freaking awesome. I mean, he knows what he's doing. Again, another freaking... Look at that. That is amazing. 3D sculpting. Brilliant. So, yeah, so that's Marcus Mayer. Brilliant artist, creator. And, yeah, I mean, definitely check out his stuff, guys. 100%. And, yeah, he made the Nightwish album, Wishmaster, which, again, like I was saying, is one of my favourite albums. 100%. 100%. So we're going to have a quick look now at our lineup, and I'm going to have a quick drink. I'll leave you guys to have a quick look at the lineup while I have a drink. All right. Okay. Nice one. Oh, Lena's here. Hey, Lena. My system is incredibly slow. I will lurk unless I throw my laptop through the window. Ah, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Lena. That sucks, doesn't it? My system's been a bit slow as well. I think, personally, it's a change in the weather. I think the weather is affecting our computers. That's my opinion. Just to let you know, Lena, you are top of the Embers leaderboard. And we also have a new redeemable thing on the Embers, which I will quickly show you, because I was showing earlier. So we have now got the Mega Horns, which is quite fun. So that's a new redeemable thing. Only 500 Embers. You got 3,000 of them, so you can redeem it about 6 times or something if you wanted to. So yeah, that's the new redeemable thing on the Embers. Cool. So our lineup for today: no browser and Photoshop affects my computer. Oh man, that sucks. That's really weird. Cool. So appreciate you lurking, Lena. Hope you get your computer fixed. Yeah, wanna rock? Yeah, exactly. So those are some flyers that I made back in the day for self-promotion that I just stuck to it because I had there's like another brand on the actual horn, so I just kind of like rebranded it myself. So yeah, our lineup today, as I keep saying, we'll be doing our headliner. I'll be getting into some emoji design, doing our third emote for the Discord, and also, well, there'll be the fourth one for the Discord because we've got the OK hand from Johannes, and also the third tier 3 emote, the final emote for the Twitch channel, which is awesome. So that's what I'll be doing in the headliner. In Riff, we'll have some new riffs, brand new riffs I'll be playing today, completely new. See if you can guess them. We've got some cool ones in there. Looking forward to playing those a little bit later. Vice has now been moved up to the main stage, which is awesome. So Vice is no longer on the second stage. Vice has been kind of like, being a backup band for a while. Chips the Monkey just subscribed. Hey! Thank you so much, Chips. You are awesome, man. Thank you for subscribing. You are our 6th subscriber. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. Hooray. Now you'll be able to use the ! flame command, and also you'll be able to use the chaos emote that Reviver is very nicely demonstrating in the chat. Thank you so much for your support, man. I really appreciate it. So Vice has now been moved up to the headline main stage lineup. We will be talking a bit more about going full-time to freelance in our second part for Vice. And then we'll be doing some Rock Who a little bit later. Natural Mermaid. Well, actually, we were on 5. But because there's a weird thing on the thing where it's like when somebody resubscribes, it counts it as a subscriber, which is really weird. So when Hybrid resubscribed on Monday, very very kindly, it counted it as a subscribe when it actually is a resub. So we're actually on 6 total, and not 7, which it would have been. So we're actually on 5 when we started the stream, and now we're on 6, if that makes any sense. So yeah, Chips and Monkey, thanks very much, man. I appreciate it. Cool. Alrighty, so that's our lineup for today. A bit of Rock Who later, Riff, Vice, and Headliner. Awesome. So let's get into our Headliner to start the day off. Let me just get this browser out the way. I will open up my computer. Well, my computer is being horrendously slow as well. I don't know what's going on today, man. I think it's something to do with the weather. That's my opinion. Right, let me flick over. I've probably lost a load of... there we go. Okay, and then I need to select... Illustrator. There we go. Okay. There we go. So, instead of doing another emote that's kind of like, I don't know, horns or something like that, we're actually going to do a bit of typography for our third emote. Because this is something I kind of say on quite a regular basis. I always say rock on. It's just kind of become part and parcel of what I say day to day. So, and it also is very much in line with the, very much in line with the stream and kind of like the chat. So rock on is kind of like something I always say. I always say it on the stream. So our third emote is going to be rock on, strangely enough. And I'm going to be using my rock type, which I showed on a previous stream how I constructed it from scratch and how I kind of made it from brushes that I created originally. So yeah, I started working on this earlier, and now I'm gonna be going through and actually putting this in situ next to the other ones and making a new emoji. So let's just copy that. And what I'm going to do is I've kind of done a rough version in Illustrator so far, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this into Photoshop. And I'm going to try and make this into a new emote and try and keep it in line with the other 2 emotes and just make sure that it looks good enough at a small size. That's kind of what I want to do. So I'm looking forward to actually getting this done and getting this finished and putting this on the Discord a little bit later this week, hopefully, if I get it finished. So let's just flick over now to Photoshop. Here we go. So I'm all set up. Photoshop is very slow. Let's see. Okay, what I'll do is let me just grab this. Just gonna hide, because Photoshop is always a bit quicker than Illustrator. Is that a custom font? It is, Vader. So basically, if you go back to, I think it's about episode 10. Is it episode 10? Right, I've got the YouTube listing up here actually. So let's reopen the browser. So if you go on the YouTube list. So it's episode, where is it? Here we go. So episode 10, here we go. Episode 10, I talk about how I created this typeface from scratch. The process is very, very similar to how James created his. I basically followed a very similar process to what he did. Took some brushes and I vectored them. And then what I did after that is I pulled them into Illustrator and just started making words from the brushes. So that's kind of what I was doing. And I don't actually have the file open, but you can kind of see here. So this is my original source. Here we go. And then if we go outline mode. Oh no, that's the expanded version. But basically, it's a bunch of like little brushes, little paths that become brushes. Effectively, that's kind of what it is. So I'm going to hide that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide Illustrator because Illustrator is really lagging my machine. You can see it's going down to like 2 frames per second. Alright, okay. I hope Photoshop's a bit better. I don't know why, it's like my whole system just feels really laggy today. Maybe I need to do a clean reboot. So we're going to paste this in, Smart Object. And I've got my other two emojis kind of lined up so I can kind of see. I just want it to all be kind of relatively consistent. I don't want to... right, I need to pull that in the front. Yeah, check it out, man. Yeah, episode 10 on the YouTube list. I go through kind of like how I created it and what the best process is really to kind of make your own if you wanted to make your own. I think that Seeker was quite interested in making his own version. 100%. So Rock On is our next emote. I want to just see what it looks like small. So you see, that's the thing, because now that gradient, you have to be so careful, because look, if you look at such a small size, you can't really see it with the gradient, which kind of sucks. So I kind of really need to tune the gradient a bit better. So what we'll do is we'll go in, let's pull up our gradient, and then let's just make a new gradient from scratch, I think. Let's pull that up a bit. Vader, 2 frames per second. That's how I play my games usually. Yeah, sometimes OBS kind of like, I see it saying 30 frames per second. Brilliant. And then I start using Illustrator or Photoshop. It goes down to like 3. And I'm like, what's going on? I haven't used Photoshop or Illustrator on a stream for quite a while, so something's probably going on that I don't know about. Usually I've been using my iPad, which obviously doesn't affect the system as much. But I probably need some more RAM, if I'm honest. I really could do with some more RAM. So this is my hex code. Okay, and then for whatever reason that's opacity on 0. So let's pull that up to 100%. And let's just color pick that there. I mean, this may even be, oops. This may even be better just one flat color. I don't know. At least that's kind of legible at a small size. And the other thing I need to make sure is it actually fits in a square. That's a good point. So let's... so there's my square there. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so this is the largest size it's going to be. So I'm actually going to have to potentially resize that a bit. Oh, that sucks. I could probably do it all the way to the edge, I guess. Like there or something. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. Really enjoyed the Monday stream. Wasn't expecting it to be that good, to be honest with you, and it was quite fun. I mean, I'm not that good at the game itself, but it was fun all the same. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. If we take the background off, I just want to make sure there's enough space. Because what I want to do is I actually want to outline this and then put a glow on the outside, same sort of style as this. So that's kind of the plan. So what I might do is I might just trim off. There's like a little bit. Maybe make the on bigger. Well, I debated doing this with Ivanite. The trouble is then it's a big on and less rock. So it's kind of like, because my design intention is like, right, the on should be lined up with the rock, but then it's like a gigantic on and a tiny little rock. So it's kind of like, it annoyed me. It's annoyed me a lot. And I've kind of settled with this for now anyway. And what I might come back to it. We'll see. We'll see how we go. And also, it's so small. I don't want the on to kind of overshadow the first word, if you know what I mean. Hopefully it'll look okay, but we'll see how we go. I know what you mean, because I don't like it when these two bits on the side are kind of like that and there's nothing underneath. My design kind of eye thinks, right, that should all line up, and it should be like the on should be lined up with the rock so it's in line. But yeah, it's annoying, it's frustrating. I had a bunch of other designs. Here you go, actually. We could do a little access all areas. Have I got it open? I do. Right, let's do a little access all areas very quickly. Hey, haven't used that one for a while. Seeing it. Okay, so this is a little access all areas very, very quickly. And basically, I remembered today, having worked on this, that I was actually facing the same conundrum a while ago. Here we go. So this is like another file. So I was making some stickers. So whenever I would send a t-shirt out, I would send a little sticker. And I had like various iterations of the word rock and on. And to the point where I was actually putting in the horns. Like the horns were going next to the on. You know what I mean? Because like I was trying to fill the space. So I had lots of different iterations of the design, trying to get it to fit and look good. But it's really tricky because obviously the on doesn't really fit. So I had lots of iterations of this. Even with like this kind of like this R going down, which is kind of cool, but I don't know, I don't really like it. And I'm still kind of playing with it, I suppose. So yeah, so you can see how many iterations of this, just this little sticker, which I ended up never using. I was going to use a sticker when I sent out like a t-shirt or whatever, the person would get a sticker. Ended up never making these. But yeah, you can kind of see my process, I suppose, of how I kind of like was trying to get the rock and the on to fit properly and never really got there. I think maybe that's why I gave up on the idea in the first place. So yeah, a little bit of insight there. Cool. All right, so back to Photoshop, which is going very, very blurry at the moment. Oh no, it's because I've got it zoomed in. So for now, it would make cool pin badges. Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, maybe there should be pin badges. I don't know. It's one of those things where you do a load of work on something and you end up abandoning it because it just doesn't work, or kind of like the original intention wasn't quite there. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, like it doesn't come to fruition for whatever reason. So yeah, okay. Let's see now. So what I want to do, I think, is I won't have the gradient in there. I've got a little bit of gradient, but I probably won't put the yellow in there. So what I want to do is do a stroke. Let's turn off the background because I can actually see what I'm doing. Thing is, when you do a stroke in Illustrator, it just makes it an absolute mess because you have all the little what's it called? Kind of little bits that are attached to the kind of like the grain from the paintbrush, and that's cool. But unfortunately, when you're doing it on something like this, it just makes tons of mess in Illustrator. So yeah, so it's just one of those things, unfortunately. Yeah, 100%. So that was weird. Something popped up on my desktop then. I don't know what happened. Hopefully I'm still streaming. I hope. Looks like I am. So 1 frame a second. Oh, bits! Lena with the bits. Thanks, Lena. My whole system lagged then because of that. I think anyway. Really odd. Everything's lagged now. Ooh. Okay, we're back again, I think. Man, I really need to buy some RAM, I think, for my machine. It freaking struggles with the OBS in particular. I think I need some more RAM. That's all right. Don't worry, Lena. I appreciate it. All the same. Yeah, I think it's a case of like using Photoshop just lags the system. It's one of those things, I guess. But if I had a bit more RAM, probably would be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm just going to fill that underneath. Oh, it's black already. Nice. I just want that C to be 100% black. I love it too. What's that? What was I talking about? I don't know. Is that any good? Maybe I'll just fill that in. Yeah, that Vader, that's what I was trying to do. The thing is, when you kind of go further out, it looks a bit too, like you can't, it's less legible, I think, when you go further out. So I'm thinking maybe an inner glow, possibly with yellow, a bit like the horns, how there's like a bit of a glow on the inside, and then I'll do a glow on the outside, and then we'll see how that looks. Let's pull up the side. Pull up the. Is that right? Maybe not. The bits alert. Oh yeah, the bits alert. It's so funny, isn't it? It's hilarious. That's why the opacity was down. Oh, there we go. Let's see how that looks. And what I might do, because this will make things easier. Here's a little tip. If you guys probably know it already, but I'll let you guys into it all the same. So if I pull this out, if you do window arrange, new window. And then what you can do, because when you're making emojis, it's a freaking pain to keep zooming in and out. You can pull this window out, and there you go. So you've got it kind of at actual size. And then if I pull this in, wow, that's slow. Serious lag with Photoshop. There we go. So I can actually have a look. I can actually have a look at the kind of actual size, and even if I update this, I'll actually update on both of them, so you don't have to keep zooming in and out, which is really cool. I don't know if you guys already knew that. You probably did. You see, even just adding that yellow outer glow makes it slightly less legible at small size, which is not what I want. It's one of those things, man. One of those things. Yeah. So what I might do is change my color. Twitch has got like a weird color. And what I might do actually is I might color pick the chat, because then I get the actual real color. So Twitch has got like the white or the dark version effectively, and there's like a different. It's not all black. It's like a slight purpley hue, which yeah, kind of looks a bit purpley black. What's happened there? Lost my window. Is it there somewhere? What? Oh, you know what? I hate the way Photoshop does this, and I can't turn it off. Sometimes it just doesn't want to turn off. It kind of starts tabbing everything, just freaking annoying. Okay, so back in there now. Yeah, so I quite like the idea of just having some type as my third emote versus kind of making something, another skull or something like that, which could take a while. At least I'll have something that's a little bit different. So color pick that, fill. There we go. You see, so it's kind of off. You might not be able to see it, but it's slightly off black. Yeah. I think that yellow outline really does nothing for it, man. That's a lot of lag. Yeah, I know, man. I don't know why it's doing it. Every time I click in Photoshop, it goes down to about 3 frames per second. I'm not quite sure why. It's just like OBS being stupid for whatever reason. Also, why is it so high up on the screen? I don't know. Maybe I have to like expand it slightly. I think, you know what I think as well is ever since I updated my Photoshop to CC, it's just been really a lot slower, which is very annoying. Maybe I need to update to the latest version or something. You can kind of see how slow it is. Just even pulling that, it's just really slow. And I haven't got Chrome open or anything. I don't know what it is that's making it so slow. Anyway, this is why I tend to work mostly on my iPad for streams, because this just goes horrendously slow. But anyway, I thought I'd do some emojis today anyway. Right, let's try and put a little bit of yellow in. Maybe at the top, a little bit of yellow. Let's pull that down a bit. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want a little bit of yellow. Yeah, I might as well get rid of that. Yeah, it actually looks alright now. I think the trouble was I had before, it was like, yeah, it just wasn't quite right, but that's a lot better. I like that, especially on the small size. Don't know if you guys can see it, but on the small size it looks a lot better. Cool. And then what I'll do is I'm going to try and add this outer glow. How did I do it before? I might have to add another stroke here. Add another stroke outside. Now is Photoshop smart enough when I add another stroke to do it? No, it's not. Oh dear. No, I don't want you to cut it. So I'll have to. It's kind of annoying. You have to then like duplicate the layer and then do it underneath, which is a pain. So how are you guys anyway? I hope you guys have had a reasonably creative week. I've taken a little break from the ice creams one today. I wasn't really feeling it. The skull is almost there, and I just didn't feel like doing it on the stream today. I didn't feel like finishing it up because it's almost there, but I haven't finished it yet. So that's looking pretty cool. I quite like that. I think the inner one's a bit big. Yeah, like I'm saying, I've hit pause on the other project for today just because I didn't really feel like doing it. But hey, I'll probably finish it up soon. I reckon that'll be something I need to do. Let's pull that one up there. There we go. Yeah, I think that's probably too big, that yellow. So let's pull that down to like 6. That's the thing. It's either too big or too small. Let me get the right color. Maybe, actually, I've just had a thought. So maybe the on should have the same gradient as the rock rather than it just being one thing. So let me just pull this in. I don't know if I'll be able to do it the way I want. Nope. Okay. I'm going to have to probably separate the on. Oh, right, let me save this because I haven't saved yet. Oh, save. Where's our save thing? I don't even have it. I have no idea where it is. Is it there? There it is. Save. I'm going to save now. Cool. Still using the 2014 version. Kind of slows down on startup a little bit, but it's smooth throughout. Yeah, man, I think it's just a case of like, I updated to 2018, CC 2018, because I'm using my iPad. And it's kind of like, ever since then, everything is freaking slow. It just slowed everything down. I probably need to add more RAM to my system, to be honest with you. Right, what are we calling this? This is rock on _112. Cool. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicate that top layer, I think. Doing this in a very haphazard way. I could probably bring this back in as separate layers, but I can't be bothered right now. So we're just gonna chop this out effectively. Really quickened punk rock. Try and get this going. Okay, chop that out. Let's just make sure I've got that. Okay, so that's right then, yeah. So I chop that out properly. I guess so. Okay. Alright, and then what I'm going to do with the on is I'm going to bring down the gradient. There we go, that's what I want to do. Just so that the on is separate. And I could have brought this back in as a separate layer, like I say, but because my system is lagging horrendously today, I'm going to just do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. It's a bit orange, actually. That's the only thing. I want it a bit more pink. Too much. I scale that back a bit. What's the time? 10:02. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, kind of. Ah, there we go. So that's better. Okay, and then on the other one, I'll do the same then. On the rock word, I'll do the same. So about 5 minutes or something, guys, we'll do something different. I'll play some riffs, I think. I've got some cool riffs for you guys to check out. Let's just bring that in. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Needs a bit of work, but yeah. Yeah, I quite like it. What I'll do is I'll bring down the opacity on that outline because that's a bit too much. I need to put the glow in at some stage. It's going to be fun. I need enough space to actually put the glow in. Easier to read now. Yeah, I think so as well. I think so too. Yeah. Now I want to bring the on and put that underneath. Ugh, but then has a smoke. Okay, so now I have to chop it out of the other one. Oh, the perils of doing things quickly. That didn't work how I wanted it to. I want to get that out of the way. No, wrong layer. No. Eh? Now I'm confused. Why is that over the top of that? Huh? Oh, that's silly, isn't it? I'm gonna have to. I hate the way. Not hate. Hate is a bit strong word, but it bugs me the way Photoshop. Let's say I wanted to remove that stroke using a layer mask. I can't actually do it unless I group the layer. How silly is that? I know it's like probably not the best way to do this anyway, but it's just little silly things like that. Like I have to actually group it before. I can't just erase it on the layer mask. Right. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot cooler. Still might add like a little bit of a dark gradient at the bottom. Oh, there is one there already. It just doesn't really show very well. Nice. Actually, we might just do a Vice, and then we'll have a break, and then we'll do Riff and Roku. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to just pull this up a bit. A little bit dark. Maybe change the angle slightly. Oh. Tweak, tweak, tweak. Because it's kind of on an angle slightly, so pull that up. Yeah. That's kind of getting there. 85. Maybe 86. 87. Oh, here we go. That's probably the best I can get it. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to have to resize the whole thing to add the glow. So hopefully it'll still be legible. Let me just check it there. Really, really small size. Yeah, it's still legible. Yeah, I think the glow will help it. I think when it's finished. It'll definitely help it. Cool. So that's kind of like where we're up to, guys. I'm going to try and carry on with this emote a little bit more. Possibly later on the stream, but for now, I'll probably just leave it and probably close Photoshop for now. And we'll get into some Vice very shortly. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, let me just right. Let me have a quick look at the lineup. I'm going to grab a drink very quickly, so bear with me. Here comes the water sounds. That is water. Honest. No alcoholic beverages here. That's better. Right. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna pop into Vice now, and this week I wasn't actually gonna do a Vice this week, but then I kind of felt like I wanted to. I had a few ideas kind of brewing in my head, a few things I wanted to talk about really, because they're kind of on my sort of list of things, I guess, in terms of my head. So we're going to be going through Full-Time to Freelance Part 2, which we went through a few weeks ago. We were going through how to kind of start off from going from having a full-time job, and then kind of like how you can kind of transition into a full-time freelance sort of role, and some of the things to kind of bear in mind, and some of the things I want to talk to you guys about. Just because they affected me when I was starting to try and get into freelancing, and still today as well, and still kind of like are in my head. So I thought, well, I wouldn't mind actually talking about this to you guys for sure. So the first thing, and this is something I've kind of had in my head since I've been a freelancer, is do you specialize or do you maximize? Now, what on earth do I mean by that? Well, let me switch the camera back over and we'll talk a little bit about specializing and whether you should be doing it or not. Cool. So, for me, specializing can be the best thing you can do as a freelancer, potentially. But it could also be the worst thing you could do as a freelancer. So, for me, I am not saying that specializing is a bad thing. But for me, I think specializing will limit you greatly if you're a freelancer. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the time, if somebody comes to me and they say, we need X, but we also need this, and we need like an illustration and a website. So if I was an illustrator and I could only do illustration, for example, I couldn't do any web design or anything like that, I would potentially lose that job because I've specialized. However, on the other hand, it could also be seen as a good thing because you're specializing and therefore you're trying to get the kind of work you want to do. So for me, it's a case of do I specialize or do I kind of like say I'm a jack of all trades kind of thing and maximize, as I like to say. So yeah, I mean, it really does depend on you. I would say at the beginning of your freelance, kind of like when you're starting to freelance, I would 100% say definitely try and do more than one thing, because you will find that a lot of clients want to kind of like not only get one thing, but they want a variety of things. Typically, is in my experience, they always want like, oh, we want a branding, we also want web design, and we also want like a bit of illustration as well. Okay, great, I can do all three of those things for you, you know. Whereas if you just say I can only do the illustration, they may not hire you, which is a big thing if you're a freelancer just starting out. So yeah, having said that, there's other artists and designers like James who have managed to build an incredible portfolio of kind of self-created work, as we all know, and he has gotten tons of work doing that particular style, and that's all he does. You know, so that's amazing, you know. So that does happen. Definitely does happen. And I am trying to now, in my own personal work, I'm trying to kind of like get that style out there, trying to put out my style, and that is what I want to be known for, and that's what I want to be hired for. But it's going to take a lot of time, especially if you're just starting off as a freelancer. It's going to take a lot of time to get that kind of like style out there and for people to hire you for it. So yeah, so that's kind of like my thoughts on specializing and how, like, you know, whether you should be doing it or not. So if we just flick back now to our other slide, the whole system's going slow today. So yeah, do you specialize or maximize? Like I say, in my opinion, I think you should probably maximize if you're starting off and then specialize as you go along, effectively. Yeah, like you say, Reviver, it took James 10 years to get where he did. And I'm pretty sure, because at the end of the day, no kind of like insult to James or anything like that, because I would do exactly the same thing. There is probably a ton of work that he has created that is not in his style. I'm guessing. I'm just assuming that there's probably a load of stuff that we don't see that is not in his style that he's been asked to do, that he's had to do to earn a living, basically. So we're seeing like all his awesome work. I'm sure there's stuff he's had to do in the past where he didn't want to do it, or it wasn't in his style, and he's chosen not to do that. I do the same. Like, I have tons of client work and projects and God knows what else. I don't put any of it on my Instagram feed ever, because it's not in keeping with my brand. It's not in keeping with it. So that's kind of like another tip, is like, if you want to be known for that one thing or specialize, don't post stuff that doesn't relate to it. Even if you do a cool client job, you know, keep it somewhere separate or only post it when you need it. You know what I mean? Lena, yeah, possibly in 5 years, nobody will even remember I did wrestling once. I mean, you never know. I mean, I think if you keep a consistent kind of like, I don't know. I'm going to switch back to the camera now because you got me interested in talking about some of these things. So I think, honestly, your wrestling stuff will still be there, I'm pretty sure. The question is, you have to decide whether, because I know you've tried to kind of get into the whole wrestling thing. What you have to decide is it working for you? And I think you were saying it probably isn't, which is a bummer, unfortunately, and these things happen. I mean, even me with the rock stuff, like I'm looking at it and I'm kind of like, has it brought me any income? Pretty much no, if I'm honest with you guys. So far, it's been quite slow, but I'm still determined to kind of get that. I think I haven't pushed it as far as I could push it, and I think I can push it further somehow. And I really love doing it, so I think I'm just going to keep on doing it. That's what you have to decide is like, financially, does this make sense to do this, or am I just doing it as a hobby? You know, and I'm kind of like in between the two, because I definitely would like to push my style a bit further and see if I can try and get some commissions. We'll see. What does Vader say? I maximize because it all depends on the client, and every client has a different vision for a style. Well, this is it, Vader. I'm totally with you. I tend to come in and they say, right, well, we want this. We've seen this. Can you do this? And it's kind of like, you kind of sit there and think, well, this is not my style. This is not what I do. But I'm going to do it because I have to pay the bills or whatever. So it's a question of like that balancing act between the stuff you want to be doing and the stuff you're given and you have to take on as a freelancer at the end of the day. So yeah, Reviver, I'm going to spend 2 years making a board game and no one will buy it. I think you're wrong. Well, hopefully if your Kickstarter... Now, this is actually a really interesting point, and I haven't put it in the Vice section. But Basil, who did that amazing Kickstarter, oh man, I was totally blown away by that Kickstarter this week. He got it funded in 3 days. Now, I know he's had a bit of backing because he's got he's with some sort of company, I think, and the company kind of promoted it. So I think that's no kind of like insult to him, because I'm sure he's done an amazing job on that project. But I think he's also had help in terms of promoting it. So I think if you could partner with someone who could promote it for you, maybe that's a way in, man. Like, he partnered with that card game kind of manufacturing company. I can't remember what they're called. A game company, I think. And they promoted it for him, I'm assuming. Yeah, man. I mean, he's way into his stretch goals now after 3 days. And, you know, congrats to him. You know, that just shows you he's got an absolutely solid project. And it looks freaking amazing. And I can't wait to see his making of for that particular project. But we're getting sidetracked here. 100%. Lena, it brings me an income on independent platforms, but I'm upset that if people buy it from me, why it couldn't become official, which I recommend to you to upload your rock art into platforms for artists. Well, this is 100%, Lena, and this is like so high up on my list of to-dos. I keep putting it on the side because I know that I need to upload all the artwork, need to position it right, have to make sure it looks good, and then I actually have to promote it once it's all live. So it's kind of like, I know it's a big job, but it is something I 100% need to be doing. So yeah, thanks again for reminding me that I need to do it. But I think you could probably do something similar as well, but maybe wrestling isn't as popular as something else you could be doing that you're also passionate, maybe. I don't know. You were saying that in where you're from, like, wrestling isn't huge, I think. Maybe the problem. I don't know. Lena, I don't think so, to revive that. I believe your destiny is like Baz's. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think if you can get partnered somehow with a gaming company who have a lot more followers and a lot more audience, you could push it out there through them. And I think that's what he's done, I'm assuming. Don't quote me. And that has really helped, I bet. Reviver, try and partner with Mondo. Now that would be killer. Yeah, Mondo loves stuff like that. 100%, man. 100%. Johannes, making soap. Yeah, because I know Lena likes to make soap. That's cool. Yeah, Mondo might be into it. You never know. Or something similar. Maybe like, I don't know what the gaming companies are, man. But yeah, check it out. You never know. Cool. Well, we went way off track with that, but that's cool. That was an important thing to raise. Okay, so the other thing as well is that time is extremely precious. Now, this might be the wrong crowd for saying this because this is just such an offhanded statement. But yeah, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what my thoughts are on this, is like, when you freelance, it's almost like you have to account for all the time that you spend on something. So if I'm spending, I'll be honest, I've spent loads of time on my stream, creating it, doing all the graphics, trying to upgrade it every week. And, you know, if I'm honest, financially, that does not add up. But the reason I'm doing that is because I'm really passionate about the stream, and I'm really passionate about talking to you guys week after week. So that's fine. So I kind of like offset that cost. That's fine. But when you're a freelancer starting out, time is extremely precious in terms of every minute counts. You need to be billing the clients correctly. Your time is very valuable. Don't kind of underprice or undersell yourself. And price is a really hard thing when you're freelancing to determine. Usually, you know, if a startup comes to me and says, we need a website or something like that, and then a big company comes to me and we need a website, the prices are going to be very, very different, because I'm not going to quote a startup with stupid amounts of money for a website, because I know that they won't be able to afford it properly. So you've just got to pick your battles and know that your time is precious and you need to use it wisely, especially when you're freelancing and starting off. You know, you need to make sure that all your stuff is set up way beforehand, and I've talked about that previously. All your invoicing, your quote system, whatever you want to use, it's all set up. You've got your accountant sorted, all that's already done, because otherwise that's going to eat into your time, and it's less likely that you'll be able to look for work or do the jobs themselves. The other thing to bear in mind as well when you're a freelancer is it's very difficult to kind of like clock off. I'm renowned for it, unfortunately, and I know Natural Mermaid sometimes gets very annoyed at me, because sometimes I'll be working on something, even if it's my own stuff, and it'll be like 2 a.m. I'll be like, oh, it's really late. I've spent all evening just doing this, and I should have clocked off hours ago. Same with client work as well. Sometimes if it's something I'm really into, I don't see the time go by. Which is a really silly thing. So yeah, just make sure you check the time, make sure you're billing people correctly, and just know that, you know, your time is valuable, and you really need to make sure you're billing the right amount of time to people, you know, for sure. Because a lot of people undersell themselves. I mean, all these kind of sites, like, not to badmouth them or anything, but like Fiverr and all these kind of like cheaper websites, like they're great and all, but you know, $5 for a logo, I mean, I just feel like, my opinion is that those sorts of sites, if you're charging that low amount of money, it's going to be very kind of templated, and it won't be particularly bespoke. And it depends what you want to do. If you want to do that, that's absolutely fine. But for me, it's like, if I'm going to make a logo, then it's going to be the best logo I can make in the time that I have, 100%. You get what you pay for, exactly, Reviver. And that's why you need to, if you're quoting someone, you need to make sure that it's relevant and correct of that particular person. If it's a startup or somebody on their own, don't quote them $3,000, because they're not going to be able to afford it, you know, or whatever. So yeah, Vader, Mondo does board games also. Oh, cool. They also did the Thing board game. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, you never know, Reviver. Hey, you should reach out to them. Maybe once you've kind of got more of your collateral ready, you can push it out to them into some sort of PDF, or I don't know, an animated video like what Baz did. That'd be pretty awesome, man. And then I think, yeah, the last point on Vice is the market decides. What do I mean by this? The market decides. Well, it's kind of like, it's something that's kind of bitten me a lot of the times. It's like, you work so hard on something, and Reviver, you can probably relate to this now. You work so hard on something, you do everything you can to promote it, you put tons of work into it, and then when it comes to people actually buying it or whatever, you don't get it. So for example, I launched my shop 2 years ago, and you know, I had a couple of people buying things here and there, but it wasn't anything like what I expected, and it was a real sort of like slap in the face, because I had never tried to sell anything in my entire life. I'd always designed things for people, and it's a very different skill set. Selling and marketing your work is such a different skill set to designing it and creating it. And that's something I've had to come to terms with over the last 2-3 years. And I'm looking forward to actually putting all my stuff into all these different marketplaces, because I know that I've learned some stuff trying to market it myself. And I also feel like the responsibility in some ways is going to be taken away from me, and you know, they're potentially going to market it for me or whatever, which is great. And I'm sure I'm going to have to market it myself as well. But yeah, the market decides. So if you've done the work, aka you've not only designed the products, but you've also put in the time to actually put it out there to the right people, advertised it, used advertising. And this is why I was asking some of you guys about advertising, like Facebook ads and Instagram ads. yeah, and it's just like, if you've done all the work you can and maybe even partnered with somebody who is better at marketing than you, this is something I'm thinking of doing at some stage, is potentially partnering with somebody who's really good at marketing, somebody who knows the ins and outs of advertising. I don't know, like I'm trying to think like, what can I do to push my work out there more? So yeah, so the market decides at the end of the day. So you could create the best thing in the world, but if the market doesn't like it, you're screwed a bit. So there you go. Vader, your advice is good. I wish more people here in Pakistan thought like that. They just look at you and think freelancer and assume it's for free. Yeah, man, unfortunately that's something we all have to deal with. I'm being dead serious. Yeah, I know, man. It's really hard. Really hard. Right, guys. Well, we're going to take a little break. And I'll come back with a riff and also a rock who straight after the break. So yeah, that was our advice section for today. I hope it's been useful. Yeah, bad marketing is like showing your work in a dark room. 100%, Lena. 100%. It's just one of those things. It's something I never understood when I was trying to do my shop for the first time. I never understood. I just kind of like put it out there as best as I could, and then it kind of didn't go the way I wanted it to go. So yeah, 100%. Right, we're going to go to our intermission, and I'll be back with you guys in about 5 minutes. See you in a minute. Cool. Alright. Camera back. Okay, cool. Nice one. Yeah, so nice little bit of advice there. Trying to talk about freelancing and kind of trying to help myself as well, help you guys, because sometimes I have these thoughts to talk about freelancing, and it's just kind of nice to share them with you, to be honest with you. So yeah, 100%. Okay. Yeah. Bad marketing equals showing your work in a dark room. 100%, Lena. 100%. So if we check our lineup now, we've done Vice and Headliner, I think. So we'll get into a bit of Riff now. Oh, actually, I completely forgot about this. Let me just load this up. Okay. Wondering how slow. Oh god, the whole system's really slow today. Right, okay, let's open up this. Hoping. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys some pics from Saturday, because it was absolutely freaking incredible. Right, let me just turn this back to Safari. Safari. Okay, there we go. So yeah, just to show you guys, this is a bit of an access all areas. So I'll put our access all areas on. There we go. I was going to show this earlier and then I completely forgot. So these are some of the pics and some of the videos from Maiden on Saturday, which was absolutely freaking mind-blowing. I mean, literally, as I've been saying to you guys, and I posted, I think, a couple of pictures in the chat before, literally probably one of the best gigs of my life. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it, to be honest with you. And we got really close to the stage, but man was it rough. It was so rough. It was very hard to kind of like, it was very hard to keep a footing, shall we say. Yeah, really difficult to keep a footing, but you can kind of see some of the pics and stuff. Right, where's that? There's a few videos I wanted to show you guys, because they're so fucking, it's like, excuse my language, it's so freaking cool. Is it this one? Yeah. I don't know how fast this is going to go. We'll see. Hopefully this loads all right. So this was like right before they come on. Oh, the sound's not working. That sucks. Let me... Oh, I've turned it off. That'll be why. Let's turn it back on. Okay. So this is right before they came on. Not very loud. They suddenly like brought out this and the crowd mental. The crowd literally was just like, I've never experienced anything like the whole crowd push the forward. I've never heard that. Everything I've heard before is like push forward like that. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like that. He literally like jumped over the speakers. Like, he's like 60. He jumped over the speakers. It was amazing. Look at this thing. Yes, I apologise for saying. Can't hear me. Probably can't. How's this now? I've turned it down a bit. Hopefully you can hear me over that one. Okay. I can give you some pointers, Lena. I'm just going to turn the sound down a bit. How's that? Can you guys hear me now? Good now. Okay, cool. So basically, if you want to get to the front of the gig, so we actually got there late. As you can see, like the pit bar is freaking amazing. So we actually got there a little bit late. What we tend to do is we go down the side. I'm going to pause the video. Crazy. So we tend to go down the side. It depends on the venue, because sometimes you can't do this. Very sneakily, like, so if you imagine there's a crowd in front of you, on the side, you can kind of go down the side, all the way down to the front, and then kind of make your way in across. And that is the best way to actually get to the front. If you haven't got there early, that is the best way, because if you try and go straight through the crowd, you're going to piss a lot of people off who've been sitting there for God knows how long. So the idea is to go around the side of the crowd and then make your way through, kind of like up and then across, if you know what I mean. That's the way I would do it. Like an L shape, yeah, exactly. So you have the crowd in front of you. You think, right, I'm going to go all the way to the left, down the left-hand side, and then I'm going to go across through. And sometimes, this is a really funny kind of strategy that we sometimes use. If there's a bunch of us, it works even better. If there's like 3 or 4 of you, you literally just like put your hand out and say, hey, such and such name, like, hey, Alan, I can see. Sometimes if you hold your phone up as well, like you're on the phone and you're trying to find someone, because then it kind of looks like you're trying to find somebody, and the people let you through because they think that you're trying to find someone. We've done that many times with a group of us. It's quite funny. It's like, Alan, where are you? And like, you know, you're on the phone or whatever. Oh, I want to show you guys this video. It's freaking epic. Hopefully it loads. Look at this. There's Eddie. This was the only time they actually brought Eddie out, which I couldn't believe, really. That was a trooper. Yeah, freaking awesome, man. Like I said, the best gig I've ever been to. There's Bruce along the top, going along the top. And then he actually has a sword fight with him as well, which is hilarious. First, he has a sword fight with him. Absolutely awesome. I think I'll show you guys one more video, and then we'll call it a day on that. I don't know if I have any others. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys one other video. Oh yeah, you gotta see this. This was amazing. So this was the big reveal at the end, because it's the last day of the tour. This is the last show of the tour, and this is this big beast at the back, which is like, it actually moves and everything. It was amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. Oh, that Seeker's here, and you've subscribed. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Resubscribe. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just going through some Maiden videos from Saturday. Like I was saying, this beast they had was absolutely incredible. Absolutely freaking incredible, man. Like, I've never seen anything like that. I mean, they've done a lot of stage productions where they've had like a big Eddie or something at the back, but the quality of that beast they had at the back was insane. Wow, it's really lagging. You can see the video. Like, OBS is struggling to actually show it. Man, my computer's like going crazy. Yeah, look at this thing. This thing is like, I'll pause the video and fast forward. Let's see if I look at that thing. That is insane. Absolutely freaking insane. Like, I have never seen. I mean, it looks freaking terrifying. Look at that. It looks real. Like, I don't know how much money they must have spent making this thing, but it looks pretty freaking real to me. So yeah, so that was really cool. And then at the end, Bruce kind of said his goodbyes, because it was the last day of the tour. Let's see. Here we go. This is really cool. So it was the last day of the tour. I've never been to a gig where it's the last day of the tour.
Alright, That's a half measure, that is. What's going on?
And Bruce has like this massive trooper beer.
So anyway, we would like to just thank you all for coming tonight. Some of you came last night. Some of you have been following us around Europe. You are the best. You are the only Iron Maiden audience that I have ever known. And I raise my glass to you for the rest of my days.
What a dude. What a legend.
Thank you.
And this is really funny.
And I forgot me.
They forgot the drummer because he doesn't drink.
Can't hear you, he's a drummer. Who uses this one?
I'm going to drink an empty glass because I don't drink, and they forgot to bring me a non-alcoholic beer. So this is to you. God bless you.
So they forgot to give him a non-alcoholic drink.
We should do a no-alcohol beer. Just for you. Good night, my friends. Everywhere.
Awesome. What a legend, eh? It's like, good night. We're going to go and have a party and stuff. So yeah, it was a freaking awesome gig, like I say, guys. Absolutely amazing. I just want to share that with you guys. So yeah, I appreciate you guys checking that out. Yeah, Lena, take lots of photos and videos, 100%. So that was our access all areas, 100%. I'm going to drink an empty glass. I'll use that every time now. Very useful phrase in Russia. No, man. No, revive it. It was the last show of the tour. Oh, God. Please don't say that. Bruce is still very much with the band. I hope. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it was his last show. It was the last show of the tour, which was awesome. I actually bought the program as well. Right at the last minute, we doubled back, and I saw someone with the program. I was like, oh, I need to go and buy one. So we had to go all the way back and get it. Yeah, so we're gonna show that on a vault at another time. But I actually bought the program, which was freaking amazing. So yeah, there's a little access all areas. Yeah, Lena, definitely try and take pictures, man, 100%. So let's get back to our lineup. I'm gonna close this window now because it's lagging everything. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit Illustrator. I'm hoping. Oh, actually, maybe I won't because I don't want it to crash the stream. Maybe we'll just leave it. Let's just leave it. I don't want it to crash. Yeah, so we're going to get into a bit of riff now. I've got a few new riffs to play. So yeah, let me get my guitar set up and sort it out. All right. That isn't me, by the way. That's the box that I'm standing on. Right, I need to turn the guitar on. Actually, I just want to say a special shout out to That Seeker. Thanks, That Seeker, for resubscribing. So we're actually on to 7 subscribers now. I'm just going to redo your alert for you now. There we go. Oh, it's a bit small. Ah, because I'm on the small camera. I need to get my alerts sorted. Anyway, let's do it. Let's do it back on the small camera instead. Okay. Will it work? I've pressed the alert again. It hasn't come up yet. Okay. It's probably going to come up twice now. You watch. While I do my guitar. I need to reposition that alert. Is it going to come up? It's taking its goddamn time to come up again. It's probably going to happen twice now. You watch. Right. Guitar is on. Okay. Yeah, that's on. Okay, let me select the right tone. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Down to 1 frame a second now. What on earth is going on? So much lag today. Probably because I've got Photoshop open, among other things. Alright, well that's not going to happen. Okay. Anyway, thanks That Seeker for resubscribing. Appreciate it. Okay. So, right. You know how it goes, guys. I'm going to play a couple of riffs. And you guys are going to guess what they are. A bit of an echo there. Let's turn that off. Interesting. Let's put this back over. There we go, that's better. Cool. Alright guys, so you know how it goes. There's a few new riffs. I actually need to open my list of riffs because I can't remember which ones they are. Okay. Alright. You know how it goes. You guess the riffs and you win some embers. That's how it goes. So let's get into this. Right. Oh, and Reviver got it straight away. Trooper. By? Who is it by? Well, yeah. For extra points. Yeah, of course. Appreciate that, Natural Mermaid. Appreciate it. So that's one for Reviver. Awesome. Let's do another one. Go back to my clean tone. Clean. There we go. So Reviver got that one as well. Wow, so quick. Yeah, too fast for Lena and too fast for that Seeker as well. Ah, well, so yeah, usually, see, this is played a whole octave further up, trying to confuse you guys. Where is it? Normally it's... as you can imagine. Cool. That was one for Reviver. Again, 2 in a row. Right, let's see if you guys get this one. Change my tone as well. I haven't ordered these in a good way, really. Okay. Oh, look at that. Reviver is on the ball today. On the ball. On the ball, 100%. That's 3 in a row, man. Insane. I'm gonna have to give you a load of embers for this. Okay, the next couple of ones may not be as easy. We'll see. We will see. Cool. All right. Tons of embers, 110%, man. By the way, are you streaming tonight? I don't know if you're streaming, if you're back on the stream. Hey, let me know. Yeah, so here's another one for you guys. Another new one. Oh, Reviver is on fire tonight, man. Lena, it wasn't Marilyn Manson, I'm afraid. It was indeed Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. What gave it away was probably the little riff. Awesome, amazing. Reviver, you are on fire. So, yeah, it's Crazy Train. Awesome. Let's see if you get the next two. One of them is certainly different for me because I never played with that kind of style before. We'll see. Randy Rhoads, one of my all-time favourites. Oh, look at that. Reviver with a flame, 100%. Adding to the extra flames that we've already got. Or the spaghetti or whatever it is called. What's it called? He's on fire. That's Vader always says, the spaghetti, flaming spaghetti. He's on fire because of tons of embers, 100%. Badum bum. Brilliant. All right, let's do another one. 2 to go. Any guesses? I'll give you a guess. Let's see. Let's see if anyone else gets it. No guesses? Okay, I'll play it one last time. No guesses. Interesting. Okay. I'll give you a hint. Oh, Reviver got it again. It is indeed Monkey Wrench. 100%. Wow, Reviver, you've literally gotten pretty much every single one. That's insane. That is absolutely insane, man. Get in, look at that. I'm going to have to give you like 1,000 embers or something stupid. Okay, so let's do the last one, which is going to possibly be the trickiest one. Okay, and this is going to use a bit of a new effect. Is that on? Yeah, it's on. Let's see. Alright, so this is our new one. I've played it a couple of times. I'm hoping to actually get it okay. But this is a really, really cool riff. Hopefully I do it justice. See if you guys get this one. Oh, Vader's got it. But what's the name of the song? The name of the song, Vader, is Van Halen, but what's the song name? Ah, Vader got it. There we go. So if Reviver didn't get a clean sweep, it was Van Halen. Ain't Talking About Love. 100%. Awesome riff. A little bit of tapping in there. Awesome. Sorry, I had to get a bit of tapping in there because obviously Van Halen, famous for his tapping technique. 100%. Yeah, brilliant. So Reviver is the winner overall of Riff today. Hands down the winner. I think he got every single one apart from the last one. So there we go. So I'm now going to hand out some Embers. So protect me from Reviver now. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to award. Let's see. Turn the brightness down on this thing. I'm just using my other iPad because it's probably the quickest way of actually dishing out the Embers, and I will probably forget about it otherwise if I don't do it straight away. Log on with Twitch. Okay. Big fan of Van Halen. Yeah, me too, man. I know that riff, but I didn't know the name of the song as well. I had to look it up. Point settings. Okay, no. Manage users. Okay, points. So Reviver is currently on 1,491. Because he won so many of them, I'm going to award you 1,000 Embers, sir. Because you won pretty much every single one. So you get 1,000 Embers. Save adjustment. There you go. So you're now on 2,491 and you are currently in second place behind Lena with 3,303. And I'm also going to award Vader with some Embers. He's on 730. So I will award Vader 200 for getting that one right. There we go. So Vader now 930. Awesome. Brilliant, guys. So there we go. So Lena, yeah, you're catching Lena Ritchie, 100%. You're only about 1,000 behind. Well, 1,000 more and you'd be beating her. So there we go. All right, guys. Well, that was fun. And just to get back to OBS, we'll get back to the camera. There we go. Okay, back to 26 frames per second. And this is quite funny. To give you guys an idea. Oh, God. Wow, that's really slow. Oh, what's going on? Right, I'm going to close this. I don't know why it's so jittery. Okay. Just to kind of give you guys a kind of funny little thing here. So next to the regular guitar, I also have the Guitar Hero guitar from Monday, which is quite funny because they're both kind of quite similar shapes, as you can see. Little bit of a difference, just a little bit of a difference there. Yeah, quite fun that. Awesome. Nice to see that you guys knew pretty much all the riffs, or Reviver knew pretty much all the riffs. That's amazing. Good effort, sir. Good effort. All right. We will try and get some Roku in. It's 10:02. So let's try and connect up the iPad very quickly. I'll just chuck this on the lineup. Let's get the iPad in there. Baby guitar, indeed. 100%. 100%. I forgot to connect this during the break. So I was too busy having a break. I have an acoustic guitar, like a ukulele. Oh yeah, nice, man. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, unfortunately the sound was muted. I'll redo that alert, Natural Mermaid. Thank you for the bits. I will redo that alert for you. Let's just mute the guitar. Sorry about that. What? Why is that not working? Okay, let's try again. Reviver heard it. Okay. Interesting. Now I can't get it back. Oh, for God's sake. Come on. Oh well, whatever. It's not having it. Right, I'm going to connect up the iPad. I still haven't solved this issue where, like, trying to get the audio to kind of match up. I heard it first time. Okay, it must have come off my speakers, I'm guessing, because my speakers are on there. So let's bring this down. Cool. I heard it anyway. Okay, that's cool. Right, let me load up the iPad. Get it in there. Let's get QuickTime open again. Okay. I'm going to have to duplicate this again. Oh, and of course it crashed. Of course it would. duplicate. Sorry guys, I'm just organising my thing here, and then let's get a new movie recording from QuickTime. I wish there was like a more streamlined way of doing this, but it is what it is, I guess. That's not the right camera. Let's get this a bit smaller. There we go. Okay. Then we want to put ourselves on the small camera. Very slow to switch. Oh, OBS is struggling today. Shut the iPad on there. There we go. There you go. Up we go. A little bit bigger. It's a bit not quite the right space. Okay, I'm just going to move that up slightly. It's too high. It's too low. Just do it a bit by bit then. Come on, up you go. Up you go. There we go. Right, so Roku for today, our last little thing for today. And then we'll do a quick encore for Reviver's stream. And we will raid Reviver's stream, of course, because he does some awesome stuff and it's all good. Right, where's my pencil gone, man? Where has my pencil gone? Oh, please tell me I haven't... Oh, no, I have got it here. Cool. I was going to say I've got no idea where it is otherwise. Right. So this is from last time. So what we'll do is we'll delete some layers because too many layers. Pencil's not connected. You're kidding me, right? I'm gonna have to disconnect this. Oh, for God's sake! Should have done that from the start. Didn't think about it. This is a really stupid thing with the iPad. I'll tell you what, guys. This really annoys me. Right, so I'm gonna have to disconnect this now. Right, to be able for the pencil to be able to recognise with the iPad, you have to plug it in first into the port. Then it turns on. There it is. And if you don't do that, it won't pair, which is a freaking annoying thing. Right. New movie recording. Right, we're back. Okay. A little bit big, but we're back. There we go. Okie dokie. And now it's too small. And my iPad's falling over. It's all going wrong. Okay, that'll do. Why is the top cut off? What on earth? I have no idea why I've cut the top off, but we'll just review that a bit. Hopefully that hasn't quit. Oh. Ooh. No, it's still there. Thank God. Sorry about this, guys. Right, okay. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to Reviver's intro as well, man. Like, I love that intro. Which reminds me, I need to redo my intro. That is something I am definitely going to work on. That, my intermission needs changing. I've got a load of footage now from Iron Maiden, which I'm going to put into my little intro. And yeah, so we have a lot of things to improve upon. So, what is going on here? Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, guys. So, Roku for today. Pencil working? Yeah, that's always a bonus. Okay, let's see if you guys can get this one. First Roku of the day. Will Lena redeem herself by guessing these? Or will Reviver continue to be the champion currently? Or will it be an outsider? Could it be Vader who suddenly jumps in and guesses all of these? We'll see how we go, eh, guys? So here's the first one. Game on. 100%, man. No guesses so far. This one might stump everyone. What's that about a new iPad? A piano? Nope. Ember's box. Yeah, pretty much. That's a good clue. Guitar pedal? Nope. Fancy coffin. That's a good guess. Carry on. Cheese grater. That's Seeker. No. Wow pedal. Nope. This is another clue for you guys. Any guesses? It's 2 words. Case is the second word. Flight case reviver, got it. There you go. There you go. I didn't even have to draw another one. There we go. The reviver on fire tonight. 100% on fire. RK. 1. Whoops. Can't actually. There we go. Okay. Sorry, Seeker. Yeah. So the next one. Okay. Can't draw a straight line to save my life. Ugh. Yeah, well, I'll just get. Oops. There we go. Wiggly lines. Yes, I want. Not quite, man. Not quite. Oh, Reviver again. I didn't even have time to like draw all my little intricacies that I was going to draw. I'll have to put them in quickly now. Paddleboard is indeed correct. So the Reviver got this one as well. Man. I'll tell you what, man. I hope you played the lottery on Friday because you're on a roll here. 100%. It was indeed Paddleboard. So, Reviver Knight now with 2. Can anyone beat Reviver Knight? Can anyone beat him? Or is he going to run away with everything? Run away Reviver Knight. Okay, here's number 3. 58. Sorry, man. 8:58. We're running a little bit behind today. I will do a couple more and then we'll leave it at that. Me and Seek are going to win the Euro Millions. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's do... Okay, let's see. Can anyone... Right, let's see if anyone gets this one. I wonder. Anyone's going to get this one. I've been doing well with winning Embers, so we definitely have to buy a Euro Millions. Okay, there you go. We'll be buying a Euro Millions for Friday then. 100%. This one might stump a few people, but we'll see. Oops. Square, nope. Stage light, nope. Ladder, bookshelf, no. Cabinet. Close. It's 2 words. People may not get this one. Amp. Nope. Similar. Similar, but not an amp. It is a piece of stage equipment. Mixing table. Server. No. It's a piece of stage equipment. It has got a name for it. But I don't know if anyone's going to get this one. I don't know. Anyone's going to get this one. Cabinet, I kind of accept that, so I'll put that for the second word. There is another word I was thinking of that's a lot shorter. Morse code box, stereo system, music server. Oh, wow, Reviver! You are on fire! On fire, sir. Effects rack is completely 100% correct. Effects rack. Unbelievable. Like, you need to be playing that lottery on Friday, man. You need to be playing that lottery. 110%. Well, guys, I mean, the results are in, man. Reviver Knight with 3. I mean, we could do another one, but he'll probably win that one anyway. To be honest with you, he's on fire. So let's save some for next week, I think. Let's save some. I've got another 3 or 4. I can't believe you got that, man, because that's like really quite a hard one to get. And I literally have it written down here, effects rack, and that's exactly what you guessed. So I'm impressed. You're gonna win the lottery, man, 100%. So that was our Rock Who for today. Reviver Knight has 110%. Basically won not only Rock Who but also Riff today. I mean, that is impressive. Well done to you, sir. Well done. Absolutely amazing. So now I'll give you even more points. Let's give you some points. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at Reviver with his chaos. Awesome. Okay. Reviver Knight is now on 2,491. So let's make this interesting, and let's bump you up to like 3,000. Let's see if you can catch Lena. Let's bump you up. Oh, look at that. So 3,203 for Reviver Knight. And Lena is on 3,440. So Reviver is quickly catching up to Lena to potentially get first place. Yeah, we've not had any more redemptions. So is everybody hanging on for that 666 even Ember reward of me learning a riff of your choosing? Let's see. So thank you very much, guys. I will play you a quick encore and then we'll raid Reviver, because we always do, and we can listen to his awesome intro. So I'll do you guys a little bit of an encore, and I'll literally just get my guitar connected up again very quickly. Let's see. Okay, quick time. New window. Okay. Wrong camera. Could not be completed. Ah, for God's sake. When QuickTime decides it doesn't want to... Oh, there we go. Fine. QuickTime doing all kinds of weird and wonderful things. There we go. Back to the... In fact, what we'll do is we'll have... lightning. Oh, actually, no, let's go with the flame, because I haven't got the chat set up on the lightning one. Let's go back to our spaghetti flames. Okay, right. Here's our little bit of encore for the day. Grab my guitar. See you guys in a few minutes. A couple of minutes. Bear with me, guys. Just trying to work out why my guitar's not working. Oh, I see why. There we go. That's better. All right, couple of minutes. Oh, I see my art director has asked me to go for lightning. Okay. Natural Mermaid, we'll have some lightning. There we go. Let's go for it. encore for today. We are done. Done and dusted for today. Another great show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have all been great. Thank you very much for tuning in. What a show. 24 frames per second. We're going back up now. I don't know what's going on with the lag, guys. I hope it's not been too laggy for you guys today. Yeah, OBS been being a bit crazy with my system for some reason today. So thank you very much for everybody tuning in. Reviver Night. Crazy amount of embers he's won today. Crazy. Thank you very much to Vader, who's been hanging out in the channel before the stream even started. Thank you, sir. Lena Ritchie, I hope your computer problems are solving themselves. Thank you very much for tuning in anyway. That's Seeker for tuning in and resubscribing. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. I think we're on 7 subscribers now, which is amazing. I really appreciate it, man. Chips the Monkey, who also subscribed earlier. Thank you very much. Who else have we got here? Johannes as well, for making his crazy memes as he did on Monday. Some awesome memes. And Vader as well for making that really fun meme as well from the Guitar Hero stream. I completely forgot to show it, but we'll show it next time. Who else? I think that's it. I think that's everybody here. Pretty sure that's everyone. And of course, Natural Mermaid. How could I forget? Lovely art director, Natural Mermaid, for coming in and tuning in and hanging out in the chat. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody. So our next stream, as we all know. So next week, I'm away on Monday. Otherwise, I would do another gaming stream on Monday, but I'm away. So the next stream will be on Wednesday, as we always have our Wednesday stream. And then maybe the week after that, if I have time, I might try and do... I might try and do a gaming stream at the end of next week, actually. We'll see how we go. Let's see how next week goes. Yeah, let's see how we go with that. So Wednesday will be our next one. And yeah, let's raid Reviver Night now, who I'm sure is patiently waiting. I'm assuming, has he started his stream? I'm assuming he has. Let's see. Let me just check. Pretty sure. Twitch.tv/ Reviver Night. Where's my slash? There it is. Reviver Night. I'm just making sure that he's actually streaming. I wouldn't want to raid him without him streaming. I'm assuming he is. Oh, I can't type on this keyboard. Nice. Lena, thanks for the stream. Or even the show. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Reviver's streaming already. Awesome. Let's get him raided. 100%. I love raiding Reviver for sure. Let's see. Vader, thanks again for another fun stream. Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out and tuning in and stuff. Every week. You guys are awesome. Let's raid Reviver now, who has been absolutely killing it with the Embers tonight. Alright, 2 raiders, 3 raiders, Tomb Raider, 4 raiders. 4, 5. Yep. So we've got 5 people raiding Reviver Night now. So thanks very much, guys. See you next Wednesday. See you on the Discord. And let's check out Reviver Night's intro now, which is obviously the highlight of everyone's week. Every week. Seeing that awesome intro. Catch you again, guys. See you in a bit.